365,000 kilometres. What's this? A 2009 120 Prado. Last of the best of the 120s. It's got the Dobinson's monotubes in the front. How long have they been in there? A couple of years? Three? Four? Yeah, a few years. What's going on with these tyres, mate? Some Thailand KO2s, mate. You'll be skating around in the wet soon. They'll be worn out. It's really slippery in the wet, are they? Suicidal?
Yeah,
are they really? Pretty bad? Okay, cool. All right. Let's have a look around. Let's look for trouble, mate. This thing's pretty clean. CV boot. Leaking? Nah, nothing wrong with that. It's normal. Don't worry about it. Another one will be the same over this side. Oh, this one's not doing it. That's a lucky one. Beautiful. What do we got? Look around. There's a bit of oil. So that wetness there, that is going to be the most likely the O-rings. You haven't done a oil change lately or anything, have you?
No.
Probably the O-ring. It's not the front. It's not the pump on the front. Right, it's going to be that's the vacuum pump on the front, if I remember correctly. It's the vane pump or power steering pump on the back. Looks like probably the O-ring at the power steering pump would be weeping a little bit, but it's not a big deal. It's not like a drip, like it's a leak, but that's the little untidiness. These lower control arms, I believe, have been done. That was years ago, though, wasn't it? About 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. 2017, 18, something like that. And they're not cracked yet. That's why we stick with genuine, because... yeah, pretty good. Transmission pans, never been off. You can see those little hairline cracks in the genuine gasket. Beautiful, no bolts missing. 360 something kilometres and it's bulletproof. What can we say under this thing's clean, mate? This is like a Touareg tractor, mate. What's going on? Fuel filter every 20, people, don't forget. Keep looking around. Oh, the old Dobinsons. Oh, so look at these bolts. Maybe it has been on some trips. Look at these bolts worn down. I'm going to order some new bolts and washers for mine at the bottom there. See the pelting they take? That's what's good about the twin tubes. I'm not saying buy the twin tubes. Watch all the suspension playlist videos before you decide what you want. Anyway. Yeah, they must be old. What year did they go in, do you reckon? 14. Yep. 10 years old. Yep. Wow, and they're still going. Spring one is. Oh, okay, we'll get to that. What else we got under here? There's got to be surely on an old car. What year? So, 09. It's 15 years old. And it's been off-road, even though it's been clean that you wouldn't even know. See, people, you can use cars and clean them. Look at all these rocks in the tyre. That's got to throw them out of balance, doesn't it? Lucky they go in evenly. Looks pretty good from there. It does look a bit wet. Just looking a bit wet there. Have a look at the brakes, the rear brakes here. They've got heaps of mate. No issues there. This is ready for a Fraser trip. Rear wheel bearings probably should get done soon because they're going to get noisy. They're going to be all dried up. So that's something that needs to oh yeah. It's not bad. It's not dripping off actually. It's just wet. But yeah, that's 10 years. I mean, I reckon, how many Ks when they went in, do you remember? 200. So they've done, yeah, a little bit past their expected life, but that's good. Look at that, GS 59701s. And they still work, but yeah, that's a bit, it's not, like I said, not drip, there's no drip there, but it's fully wet and it never used to do that, so it's not a normal thing. If it does it when it's new, maybe it's overfilled, it's going to push a bit out, then come good, but in this case, it's coming bad. Right, what else we got? Yeah, all good, bit of lube in the drive line, yeah, a bit of grease there, that's good. Let's check out your heavy-duty side steps, because they must be nearly as old as mine. What year do you reckon? Yeah. Same thing, 14 as well, 14, 15? So mine are a few years older, done more trips as well. They see yours aren't rusted out like mine. See, mine are all rusty. They're just, there's nothing, there's holes there. But it's the same steps. We installed these, yeah. I can see all the extra washers and that I would have put on because the bolts are too short and you run out of thread before it's tight. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So we've got to build up some washers. There was the solution. Plus we put bigger bolts here. We put these block plates in the chassis behind there. This is years ago, right? Okay, another one there, block plate in there, block plate in there. So you've got heavy duty mounts at the front too. The back one's hard to get to, so we just use those silly cabinet handle bloody things they supply you, you know what I mean? All right, so you put a bolt in there where the rivets come off. Everyone keep an eye on these things because, yeah, the spot welds do break. So these little spot welds, you may or not be able to see that. So you've put the bolt in there. You've done a little fix. That's good. What was I looking at? Side step at the other side. Just to remind everyone, if you do get these on the 120, heavy duty upgrade. Look at those massive bolts. And we've got these blocks. What are they? M12s or something from memory. Yep. and more blocks in there, and more blocks. So your whole car's done with blocks. The only one you can't do, you got to use the silly little, I call it the cabinet handle, the silly little handle. It's like a U-bolt thing, you know, in one end out the other, because we couldn't get the blocks in there because there's no access because of the fuel tank. So the fuel tank's in the way of it, so you can't really get in there. Actually, I think you got more blocks than me. Yeah, my car, I reckon I've got at least one more handle. So anyway, these are the twin silver 120s, almost anyway. No, I had mine first, mate, so you copied. Okay, what else we got here? Turbo original, still looking good. No, was this from the turbo? Anything weird like that? No, no oil leaks, bone dry, standard 120. Original engine, original front diff from ARB. It's got a locker in there, and it did leak once, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's kind of leaking now a little.
Is it? Bit of issues there.
You can see through the hole, inspection hole.
Oh yeah.
It's leaking a bit.
We'll just have a look. Oh yeah, a bit of a leak at the seal, a little bit of a sweat, yeah. Well, they worked on it, right? So yeah, anyway, that's all standard then. All right, it could be dripping. You never know. It could be dripping down from that weep up there. So, you know, pulling off the vane pump and changing the O-ring could be on the cards one day. I reckon it's not too bad. It's a bit fiddly, but it's not that bad to get to, but it is a pain in the butt too. So, you know what? Just keep washing it, degreaser and that every 6 months and whatever, mate, till it gets, you know, a notable amount. All right, so everything's looking good. Let's have a look at the front brakes. Yeah, they're like new as well, mate. Someone's looking after this vehicle. Mate, who services your car?
Me.
Oh, mate, that's awesome. Yeah. One more that I don't have to do. Beautiful. All right, but everybody, you should probably get your vehicle inspected like this from me if you want, or if you watch all the videos 3 times each, then you might not need it because you'll know everything I know. If you read all the posts and see all the answers and watch all the videos and all this sort of stuff. So you got the bushkins still, the old bushkins, people. This is what we used to go for before the K-On, right? It was the best option at the time because it was 4mm thick. Okay, what else was good about it? When they first came out, they didn't have a center support here. See where those bolts are? It was just one piece. He said, you know, it gets bolted there and there, and it's that strong as it's 4mm, it doesn't need it. And then I did a little damage to it, as an understatement. He came out with a couple of upgrades that resulted in the end being that steel block that goes in between, so it gets support from the chassis there, which you actually do need. And then, you know what? The K-On's just better. We moved on from there because issues like bolts getting hit, boof. And once you hit that on a track and that, particularly this one and this one, makes them really hard to get out. So this one's a little bit bent. This one doesn't really do that much rough track, so it's going to be not too bad. That's why it still survived. A little bit of a scrape on the bottom of the transfer case guard, but I can't see anything else exciting. Did you see anything I didn't see? No. Okay. Without putting my hands on it, checking for play. Any play in the front wheel bearings? No. Okay. How did you know to check that? You showed me. Beautiful. Okay. All right, everybody. I know it's another boring video. Bada bing, bada boom. Subscribe, turn the bell on, and you know what? You know, nothing to see here. It's just a Toyota Prado. Catch you on the next video.